Hello, everybody. In our parsha, when Hakadosh Baruch Hu commands Moshe Rabbeinu regarding the taking of the census, Su'ut Rosh Kol Adat B'nei Yisrael Lemishbechotam Leveit Avotam, he tells Moshe that he's to be assisted by representatives of each of the Shvatim. Vitchem yiyu ish ish Lamata, and he lists a representative from each of the Shvatim. And then the Torah says, Ele Kiru'ei Ha'eda Nisi'ei Matot Avotam. These are the ones who were called from within the congregation to assist Moshe. The word is read Kru'ei as if it was spelled Kufresh Vav Aleph Yud, albeit the writing, the ktiv, is Kufresh Yud Aleph Yud, as if the word should have been pronounced Kri'ei. And I've always wondered about this because, in contrast, in Parshas Pinchas, we read when the family chronicles of Reuven are enumerated, Ela Mishpachot HaReuveni, it gets down to the two characters of Datan va'Aviram. And there the Torah says, Hu Datan va'Aviram, Kuri'ei ha'edah. They are Datan and Aviram. We read it as Kri'ei Kufresh Yud Aleph Yud, but it's actually written in the Torah as Kufresh Vav Aleph Yud. So over there in Pinchas, it's written Kru'ei, and we read Kri'ei. In our parsha, it's written Kri'ei, but we read it as Kru'ei. And of course, I wonder about that. A number of Mefarshim, Samson Raphael Hirsch, and others understand that the word Kri'ei might perhaps be more laudatory than the word Kru'ei. However, I saw in the parish of one of the French Tosafists, of Chaim Paltiel, who writes a parish on the Torah. He's also quoted fairly often in halachic discourse, and he writes the following. He writes this in Parshas Pinchas, but he refers back to our parsha as well. Shehalalu b'Parshat Degalim, the mention of the Kru'ei/Kri'ei Ha'edah in our parsha of Bemidbar were tzadikim gemurim. They were completely righteous people called upon to assist Moshe. V'yesh legadlam miyud levav. While the Torah writes about them Kri'ei, we want to actually give them, if you will, a promotion to Kru'ei. Whereas Datan and Aviram, as described in Parshas Pinchas, Uvachan in Pinchas, Hayu Risha'im, they were actually wicked people. V'yesh lema'atam mivav liyud. Over there, we want to diminish their stature, and while the word is written as Kru'ei with a Vav, we read it as Kri'ei with a Yud. Now, what is Reb Chaim Paltiel speaking about? The letter Vav and the letter Yud are one and the same, except that the letter Yud is short in stature. It starts from the top, but doesn't actually go all the way down. And the letter Vav, however, is larger, starting from the top and going all the way down to the bottom. And the point here is as follows. Datan and Aviram had tremendous abilities. They had actual potential to be truly great people. But what happened is they became all too great in their own minds, and they weren't able to draw the connection from up above all the way to down below, from the spiritual heavens, from the spiritual heights, down to earth in dealing with Am Yisrael and day-to-day Jewish living. And therefore, they were written as Kru'ei, with all the potential in the world, but in actuality, their deeds and their creeds were such that they wound up as Kri'ei, still with great potential, but diminished to a yud because they failed to realize it. In our parsha, it's exactly the opposite. These were men who had grown up within the community as part and parcel of the people, but they showed greatness. They showed worthiness to be leaders amongst the people. They showed that they knew how to connect from up above to down below. They maximized their potential and perhaps even exceeded what might have been expected of them. All of us have tremendous potential. And probably as human beings, few of us will actually be able to maximize the potential and even go beyond. But it is our duty nonetheless to come as close to the God-given gifts of potential, of greatness, of achievement as is humanly possible. Hopefully, all of us can emulate the great leaders of our parsha and take the word kri'eh and turn it in kru'eh with just that little extra effort to draw the line down from the bottom of the yud to the bottom to create a vav. Shabbat shalom u'bevarach.